Hey man, let me get a yeehaw. Check this out, man. I'm about to show you guys a video that I had a lot of fun with. And the thing is, I want to share something with you about this video. We didn't have a ton of fun because we went out there and caught a ton of fish. You know, there's something to be said about taking your family on a fishing trip, taking your family, exposing them to fishing, getting them out on the water at a young age. You know, there's just something magical that happens when you spend time with your family out on the water. And, you know, the thing that's really cool about this video that you're about to see is the whole reason that Kurt and I are sitting here hanging out. Man, he's got plans for the day. He's on a weekend. He's a grown man. He's got a baby. He's got a wife. He's got a family, and he could be doing a whole lot of other things, but he chooses to come hang out with his dad for a few hours. And it means the world to me, and I honestly believe the reason that he wants to hang out with me is because this is a relationship we established on the water when he was young, man. You know, we got out on the water, and I made sure it was about having a good time and not always about catching fish. You know, I think that's probably, you know, one of the things that's important for you is get your kids out there on the water, but don't make it all about catching fish. Make it about the adventure. Make it about the excitement of just hanging out together, and make it about the relationship, because, man, I'm telling you right now, it's a bond that can last through generations. Having the time that you spend out there together on the water can gap generations. So anyway, I don't mean to go off on a rant, but I think it's just something important to say and important to bring up, that man, time on the water is so important and so valuable with your family, man. It's a big deal. So anyway, I hope that helped you. We are headed over to one of our favorite spots to fish. Like, we haven't fished here all winter long. When's the last time you fished here, Kurt? It's been since the fall, yeah. I think I've fished here 2 times over the winter, just trying, like, on a day, just curious to see if some trout were up in here. But Virginia Creek got hit pretty hard with netters last year, so the fall just didn't turn out like what has been in years past. It's been epic in years past, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot today, see what we can do. It's way shallower than we thought, but it's still early, so I'm gonna try top water. I'm gonna give it a shot. I like a loop knot, because that way your lure's got room to work. If you tie it, it's like cinch it down tight to your lure, it won't have as much action. But if you get your loop knot on there, you have a chance for some action on there. They ate mosquitoes. I don't know, maybe a bat. Yeah. That's why people used to grow, or used to build bat boxes. Yeah, man, you could build you some bat boxes back there in the back of your yard. Man, I mean, the tide is low. I can't remember when I've seen it this low. So this has got to be the most shallow I've ever seen Virginia Creek. Usually there's water up into that grass and all the way around through there, and like actually back over there, it's so shallow there's a bar that's almost blocking this canal. That's crazy, huh? Check it out, man. It's like oyster bars right here, all right here. This is stuff you've seen us fish before, but these grass lines, that's all oyster beds right there. It's a little bit of a deeper hole right here. And this has been a spot where we've caught fish in the past. So we're going to give it a shot. Maybe there's some flounder laying in here. Had a flounder on, man. Daggone it. Flounder right there. Hey, man, I'm telling you, when the flounder in, fish all the way to your kayak. Daggone, that was a hit right there. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but the water is super shallow. It's pretty clear. We were hoping some fish will be back here. This will be awesome sight casting right here. This makes me want to give a shout out to the Yak brothers and the Yak tribe. Sometimes the adventure is just all about getting out of here. Man, after being sick, I'm just thankful to be out here on the water, to be honest with you. I wish I was catching fish, but dude, even this right here beats being on the couch, man, for real. Hey man, you still got that fish? You got it on a... Yeah. What are you fishing? What bait? Blue water candy jig head. That's it. White rip. Yep, that's it. So you can kind of see those little dark areas, like right there and right there. We call that snot grass. When the water's cold, it's kind of like an algae grass that grows up, and it gets pretty nasty, and it makes it where using a jig head is almost impossible. But as the water warms up, this stuff starts dying off, and we go back to the jig head. Of course, if we're going to fish a jig head, we like to use a ripple mullet. And I usually use an 1/8 ounce to maybe sometimes 3/16. Dude, that would have been awesome if that thing would have picked that up. He swam right by it though. There is a lot of activity right here. There's stuff breaking right over there. There's more activity right here than we've seen on this whole creek, huh? Stuff pushing headwater. Coming swimming up right beside us. A ton of rays in the water today too. Right here, look. The water. I don't know. I could see the fish. I could see there's a fish, but I couldn't see. Oh. Right there, dude. I'm looking at him. Check that out. Kurt got him a nice flounder. That's what I'm talking about, Bubba. Sweet. So we were fishing right over here, and actually just starting to do a YouTube live, and we could not pass this up. We couldn't pass this hole up right here. Oh, that's really cool. We couldn't pass this little hole up right here. Kurt was like, man, there's got to be a fish in here. So we stopped, and sure enough, he pulled a nice flounder out of here. That's what I'm talking about, Bubba. Sweet. That's a nice table fare right there, Bubba.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pretty good.
That's a nice fish.
Almost 18.
Sweet.
And pretty thick.
Yeah, he is. Some nice fillets will come off of that one.
That's some meat on.
So, one of the things I like about this is it's close proximity to the Intercoastal Waterway, so it's getting fresh water that's getting flushed in and out of here with the tide. But it's typically a deep little trough that goes right through there. Right now, there's nothing deep, like except for that hole we had back there. But this usually is a really good spot for flounder, and you can see that oyster bed that's right over there. That oyster bed will hold bait, and the drum and trout like to get up in that little bay that's right there and kind of work the edges of that oyster bay when the water's over top of it. So good little spot. So this spot right here that you're looking at, man, this has been one of my all-time favorite spots in Virginia Creek. But the fact that we're coming here and not catching fish shows you that, you know, man, spots, people can give you spots, whatever, and you can be mad if somebody gives away your spot, but spots are conditional. And if you don't understand the conditions and you're not fishing the right conditions for that spot, you're not going to catch fish. So that's the key. You know, spend some time looking and working some areas. Number one, let something bring you there. Let something like birds, baits, structure, choke points, you know, different things like this be a reason why you're fishing. It can be something as simple as an area that's shallow that goes to really deep. That can be another thing that'll attract fish. I learned that when I was in Hawaii. When I lived in Hawaii, I did a ton of scuba diving, and I'm telling you, man, it doesn't take but a tiny little bit of a drop off to make a spot that'll hold fish. And the reason that will hold fish is because, think about it, if a fish can lay up against a hump, that's 180 degrees of his world, you know, that he's not having to worry about something coming at him. So even structure on the ground, you know, where it's, you know, flat and it drops down to a spot, that's structure. That's something that can hold fish and a good reason to stop and fish. So anyway, the point is, spots are conditional, and we came over here and gave it a shot because it's been a good location in a lot of different scenarios, but I've never really done well in this spot in a slack tide, which is exactly what we're experiencing. I've never done well when the water's really super low, and I've never done well when it's a slack tide. The reason we're here is because we're limited on time, and you know, flounder is one of those funny fish that can just be laying there waiting on the right condition, and you might hit him in the head with a bait. So anyway, that's my point for today. What's up, man? What you got going on? You're a boat captain, ain't you? What's your name, man? Seth? Here he comes. Beep, beep, beep. There he is, ready to go. For real. All right, here we go. That was a pretty fun day. We hit the flats. We had a good time out there. Man, being sick for 2 weeks, it just feels good to feel normal. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes it just feels good to feel normal. So I'm just happy to be out here on the water today, actually. But a whole lot of fun, man, and we're in a transitional period right now. So the water's starting to warm back up. Water's in about the 60s right now, 67 degrees what I checked last night. So you got flounder moving back in, drum are starting to spread out. And so it's actually getting time to get out on these flats and marshes and just hunt. So when it comes time for hunting, you got to look for why fish is there. You're looking for structure, you're looking for birds, you're looking for bait, and reasons to find fish. And you just go out and hunt. And you know, some days you're going to get on them and find them, and some days you're going to come back but no matter what, you learn from it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. It was a lot of fun. Kurt just showed out. We come over here, we run up on a hole, and Kurt's like, man, look at that deep hole, got to be fish there. And he turned around, his third cast, and pulls a pretty flounder out. So anyway, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's how it is. It's all good. But anyway, we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're first time watching this, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. And if you like the video, hit the like button. Anyway, you guys take care and God bless you.